Have you ever wondered how your favorite video game was made? Or how your phone knows how to show you funny videos? The answer to these questions, and so many more, is coding. It might sound like a big, complicated word, but I promise you it's something anyone can learn. Think of it like learning a new language, but instead of talking to people, you're talking to computers. It's a way to tell technology what to do. Today, we are going on an adventure together. We are going to unlock the secrets of coding, and by the end, you'll see that it's not magic. It's a superpower that you can have too. It's a tool for creating, solving problems, and bringing your amazing ideas to life. Learning to code is like getting a backstage pass to the digital world we live in. Everything from the apps on our tablets to the smart refrigerators in our kitchens runs on code. Understanding how it works gives you a special kind of insight into how the modern world is built. It's more than just a skill for a future job. It's a new way of thinking. It teaches you to break down big problems into smaller, more manageable pieces, which is a useful skill for just about anything in life. So, get ready to put on your inventor goggles. We're about to explore the building blocks of technology and show you that coding is fun, creative, and incredibly powerful. Imagine you could build anything you could dream of. A game with flying cats? It's like giving instructions. So, what exactly is coding? Let's break it down with a simple idea. Imagine explaining how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to a friend. First, get 2 slices of bread. Second, open the peanut butter jar. Third, use a knife to spread peanut butter on 1 slice. You couldn't just say, "Make me a sandwich," because your friend might not know how you like it. Computers are like that friend, even more literal. They need every single step spelled out in perfect detail because they can't guess. Coding or programming is writing those instructions for a computer. These instructions are written in special languages like Python, JavaScript, C++. Each language has rules and words, syntax, like grammar in English. When you write these instructions, you create a program or a script. A program can tell a computer to do things like calculate a math problem, display a picture on a screen, play a sound. It's how we communicate our intentions to devices every day. Think about the tech around you. Traffic lights changing from red to green follow a program. A microwave heating food for 2 minutes runs simple code. Every scientist needs a lab, and every coder needs a coding environment. This sounds technical, but it's really just the digital space on your computer where you'll write and run your code. Don't worry, setting it up is much easier than you think. For our adventure today, we're going to use a language called Python. Python is one of the best languages for beginners because its rules, or syntax, are designed to be clean and easy to read, almost like plain English. It's used by huge companies like Google and NASA, but it's simple enough for us to start with. The best way to begin is by using an online tool, so you don't have to install anything on your computer just yet. We are going to use a website called Replit, that's repl.it. Think of it as a free online coding notebook that is all set up and ready to go. All you need is a web browser. Open your browser and go to the Replit website. You can create a free account, which is a great idea, so you can save your projects and come back to them later. Once you're signed in, you'll see a button to create a new project. Click that button, and a window will pop up asking you to choose a programming language. You can just type Python into the search box and select it. Once you've selected Python and given your project a fun name, like My First Code, Replit will prepare your coding environment. In a few seconds, your screen will split into a few sections. Our first coding concept is one of the most important: the variable. The word might sound like it's from a math class, but the idea is super simple. A variable is like a storage box or a labeled container where you can keep a piece of information. You give the box a name, and then you can put something inside it. Later, you can look inside the box to see what's there. Or you can even take the old thing out and put something new in. In coding, these boxes hold data, like a number, a word, a sentence. They are called variables because the information stored inside them can vary or change as the program runs. Let's see how this works in Python. To create a variable, you just need to pick a name for it and then use an equals sign to assign it a value. For example, if we wanted to store a player's name in a game, we could write player_name equals Emily. In this line of code, player_name is the name of our variable, our labeled box. The equals sign is the assignment operator. It tells the computer to put the value on the right into the variable on the left. The value we are storing is Emily. Notice the quotation marks? In programming, we wrap text, which we call a string, in quotation marks so the computer knows it's not a command. Variables can hold all sorts of information, not just text. You can store numbers too. Now let's talk about a concept that saves coders a ton of time: the loop. Imagine you had to write hello on the screen 100 times. You could type the instruction to print hello 100 times, but that would be incredibly boring and take a long time. This is where loops come to the rescue. A loop is a way to tell the computer to repeat a block of code over and over again without you having to write it out each time. It's like saying, do this action 10 times. Keep doing this action as long as a certain condition is true. Loops are one of the things that make computers so powerful. They are amazing at doing repetitive tasks quickly and without getting tired. There are different kinds of loops, but a common and easy to understand one in Python is the for loop. A for loop is perfect when you know exactly how many times you want to repeat something. Let's go back to our hello example. In Python, you could write a loop like this, for I in range 5. This line might look a little strange, so let's break it down. The for keyword starts the loop. The range 5 part tells the computer to count from 0 up to 4 for a total of 5 times. The I is just a temporary variable that holds the current count on each repetition. The colon at the end tells the computer that the instructions to be repeated are coming next. After that first line, any code that you indent will be part of the loop. Our final core concept is all about making decisions. Life is full of choices, and computer programs need to be able to make choices too. This is where conditionals come in. A conditional statement allows a program to check if a certain condition is true, and then execute a specific block of code only if it is. The most common way to do this is with an if statement. It works just like it sounds. If this thing is true, then do this action. This gives our programs the ability to react differently to different situations, making them much more dynamic and intelligent. Imagine we have a variable for a player's age, like age equals 15. We might want our program to show a different message depending on whether the player is old enough to ride a roller coaster. We could write a conditional statement like this: if age is greater than 12. This line checks the condition. Is the value in the age variable greater than 12? The greater than symbol means exactly that. Just like with loops, the colon at the end signifies that the code to be executed is coming next, on an indented line. So our full statement might be, if age is greater than 12, print, you are old enough to ride. But what if the condition is not true? What if the player's age is 10? In that case, the program would just skip the indented code and move on. To make our program handle this, we can add an else statement. The else statement provides an alternative action to take if the if condition turns out to be false. Now our program can handle both possibilities. This makes our code much more useful. Conditionals are the decision-making brain of a program. By combining variables, loops, and conditionals, you have the 3 main building blocks for almost any program you can imagine. Okay, theory is great, but the best way to learn is by doing. It's time to combine what we've learned about variables and conditionals to build our very first interactive program, a simple number guessing game. This is a classic first project for new coders. We'll write the code together, step by step, right in Replit. The goal is for the computer to pick a secret number, and the user has to guess it. The program will tell the user if the guess is too high or too low. Are you ready to build? Let's get coding. First, go to our Replit editor. The first thing our program needs is a secret number. For now, we'll pick one and store it in a variable. Type secret_number equals sign 7. Next, ask the player to make a guess. Use the input function. Type guess_* equals sign input. Guess a number between 1 and 10. This prompt will appear in the console. Small problem. Input returns a string. We can't compare the text 5 inches to the number 7. We need to convert the guess to a number. Use the int function. Type guess =int guess str. Ready to compare using conditionals. Add the logic. Press the big green run button in Replit and play your game in the console. Congratulations! You've written your first real computer program. That is a huge accomplishment. Just like learning to play a musical instrument or a new sport, the key to getting better at coding is consistent practice. The best way to strengthen your new skills is to keep building things. Don't worry about making something big and complicated. Start with small, fun challenges. Can you modify the guessing game we just made? Maybe you could add a variable to track the number of guesses the player has taken and print it at the end. A fantastic way to practice is to find small problems to solve. Code Academy Free Code Camp Khan Academy. They have structured paths for learning languages like Python. They are designed for beginners and provide a supportive environment to learn and experiment without fear of breaking anything. Spending just 15 to 20 minutes a day on one of these platforms can make a huge difference. Another great resource is the coding community itself. There are millions of programmers around the world who love to share their knowledge and help beginners. Stack Overflow. If you get stuck on something, it's very likely someone else has had the same problem, and you can find a solution there. You can also explore projects that other people have built on platforms like GitHub. Looking at other people's code is a great way to learn new tricks and see how different problems can be solved. So we've taken our first steps into the vast and exciting world of coding. We've seen that it's not some inaccessible magic, but a logical and creative skill based on giving instructions to a computer. We learned how to set up a coding environment, variables for storing information, loops for repetition, and conditionals for making decisions. We even used these concepts to build a working guessing game. You're already well on your way to thinking like a programmer. Learning to code is about so much more than becoming a professional software developer. It is a form of literacy for the 21st century. Understanding the basics of how technology works empowers you to be a more informed citizen and a smarter consumer of the digital tools you use every day. This is a superpower that is valuable in any field. Scientist, artist, doctor, entrepreneur. The future is being built with code, and by learning the language of technology, you are giving yourself the ability to be a builder, not just a consumer. Create tools that solve real-world problems, build businesses, create art, and bring your own unique and wonderful ideas to life. In a world where technology is constantly changing, the ability to learn, adapt, and create with that technology is one of the most valuable assets you can possess. Coding provides you with a powerful toolkit to do just that. As we wrap up our adventure for today, I want you to remember that this is just the first page of a very exciting book. You have proven to yourself that you can do this. The journey of learning to code is a marathon, not a sprint.